everybody, and welcome to our Week 3 Big Brother Canada 11 weekly exit interview with the eye candy Roberto. Now, before we get to that, of course, let me remind all of you guys to make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you are watching these shows. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, thumbsing up, hitting the bell, subscribing on YouTube. Those are all great free ways to help support the show, as is sharing them. Tell a friend, tell a family member. If you like these shows, you are our best support. Of course, these questions come over from Twitter and Instagram, so make sure that you guys tweet us using the hashtag YRRLive, or leave your questions after the episodes on Thursday on our Instagram or in our Patreon group. That is where we get these questions for the evicted house guests. Of course, if you need someplace to watch the shows, we are always watching them in our Discord, yourrealityrecaps.com/Discord. We watch the dailies there every night around 11 p.m. Eastern. No VPNs or sketchy websites. You just watch the show right there in our Discord and chat with us. And same thing with the dailies. So check that out. Of course, you can also check out our website, yourrealityrecaps.com, for the past 10, 12, 13 years of our shows. Survivor, Amazing Race, Bravo shows, and more is over, archived on our website. Check that out. Of course, all of our content is over in the YouTube as well. And, you know, I think we just need to jump into Roberto, because I can't wait to see what it looks like. And I know you, and I'm so sad, but I'm not sad, but I am. But let's talk to Roberto. How are you doing today?
I'm doing as well as I can be right now. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. All right, so we want to jump right into it. We got a bunch of questions from your fans. Starting off, what do you see as the downfall of the Guys Alliance? It seemed to kind of happen really quickly.
Other than myself, I definitely stirred the pot in that alliance a little bit. And I think it stems from me not really buying what Zach was selling from the start. And I kind of already knew what and kind of the things he was up to, or at least capable of doing. And I had to make sure that the rest of my game was accounted for. And I think he saw that as me stepping on his toes a little bit and got intimidated.
I mean, we saw several people tell you that Zach was coming for you, but you never, or what we saw, we didn't really see you coming and calling him out directly. Why did you not do that?
From day one, or at least early on in the game, I knew that Zach was going to come after me. I had a feeling, I knew it. The reason why I didn't call it out right away was because I thought we were going to ride out this alliance longer. And it was my strategy at the time to kind of see where this was going to take us, see who we can get out of the house prior to me turning on him, or at least him making the first move. I knew that in the comp setting, I would have an upper hand over him. I think that I brought more to the table than he did as far as the competition game goes. And I thought socially, if I can kind of plant the seeds that I wanted to build relationships with other people, apart from the people that they assumed that I was with, would benefit my game, it would help. But he saw the opportunity, he took it, and that guy, I'll tell you, he has a way with words that really convinces people to see his side of the game.
Did Renee ever mention to you that Dan told her she was the target? And if so, did you ever consider using that?
No, I didn't really question. I assumed that Renee was the target because Hope self-nominated, right? So I didn't think that Dan was gunning for Hope. I thought it was a kind of foolish move to Hope to self-nominate because I was really close to Hope and I didn't want to see him leave by any means. And to be honest, prior to his nominations, I had asked Dan if there was something I should worry about. And he assured me, he gave me his word that I was safe. So I'm a man of my word, and I expected him to be a man of his word. So I took it at that. And I wanted to play the game that week pretty stress-free because I felt like the first 2 weeks were pretty stressful for myself.
Jonathan seemed to take your nomination very hard. Is there anything that you think he could have done differently to help you this week?
No, I couldn't expect anything more from Jonathan than what he did. He was my number one in that game, and he continued to stay loyal and fight for me. And other than blowing up, I mean, he could have blown up when Zach confronted him, and I would have had a fantastic time watching that. But he kept his cool, and that's Jonathan. He's a very respectable human being, very genuine, very loyal, and he knew I had his back, and I never questioned if he would have had mine or not. I knew he was there for me.
Did you leave your hat for Jonathan?
Absolutely, I left my hat.
He loved that. Now, speaking of people who were close to you in the game, we kind of saw maybe you and Santina getting a little close. Is there anything that you want to say about that?
Um, I definitely grew quite fond of Santina. I did have some type of emotional feelings for her towards me leaving the game. She influenced a lot of my game. If she wasn't there, maybe I would have you know thought things out a little differently. But I can't lie, she definitely her and I grew quite close to each other. I think on an emotional level as well. Nothing really blossomed from that because of my short time in the house, but I would have loved to see where it would have potentially went.
Is it something you'll pursue outside of the house?
I mean, I think she's willing to go on a couple trips, so hopefully that's a trip to Toronto, and we'll have to see when that time comes.
So you said that she influenced your game. Do you feel that she had your best interest at heart in the game, or do you think she was playing you in the game?
I genuinely think she wanted me to stay. Whether or not down the road she would have turned on me, she was very good at separating her gameplay from her emotions. And if you guys believe it or not, oftentimes she told me to get away from her because she didn't want me to be too close to her, or she did value her alone time. So I think she would have had a better. She would have dealt with like just you know playing emotionally and playing game wise better than I could have, because I tend to play with my heart, and I put my emotions first. But yeah, unfortunately, that we didn't get to see if it worked out that way.
Who would you have targeted if you ended up staying?
I think it was evident that I would target Zach, and I would have put the house in a very difficult situation. I'll tell you my plan. If I
Yeah.
stayed in that one HOH, I would have put up Zach, and I would have put up Ty. And I would have been straight out with my pitch. I would have said, Ty, you're up there because you're not the target, and I want you to win POV. And the reason why, because I wouldn't want Ty to play for Zach in the POV. So I wanted to make sure that if Ty was playing for POV, it would be to save himself. If he did save himself, then I would put Dan S on the board, and I would either fish out one of the two people that turned on me.
Okay. Do you see the, manipulation or the game moves against you coming solely from Zach, or do you see it as Zach and Ty working together?
So here's a thing that a lot of people didn't know. Ty, Jonathan, and we had conversations where we were the three, like we were that pack that was going to go further than the guys' alliance. Hope was always like with us as well, but we didn't really know if Hope was in it for the long run. I knew Hope that just wanted to be there to prove himself, to win competitions, but I got the vibe that Hope was never really there to try to win the game, which is respectable. That's what his purpose was and his mission. Fine, but it was it was Ty, Jonathan, and I that really formulated this kind of bond, and yeah, I didn't expect for Ty to break that. He did, and he formed a bond with Zach, which ultimately I guess was stronger than what Jonathan and I were offering him in his eyes.
Who do you think is playing the best game and the worst game right now?
I think Kuzi Kuz, Queen Kuz is playing a good game right now. She's super strategic. I was trying to get a hashtag for us. I was hoping for Kuzerto or Rabuzi. It was there. It was out there. I just she didn't keep me around. So I'm a little heartbroken by the Queen Kuz, but she's playing a great game. She's very strategic with it, and I think she's gonna go quite far. Obviously, I hope Big John goes far as well.
Who do you hope to see in the final two?
I hope to see John and Santina in the final two.
Okay, love that. So I mean, you mentioned social media. I know a lot of people were asking where can they follow you on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. You can follow me on Instagram at Rob Lopez with two B's and two Z's. I'm also there on TikTok, same account, ROBBLOPEZZ. And I just opened up a Twitter, so jump over to the Twitter line. I haven't even tweeted yet, anything, but follow it. It's Rob Lopez, two B's, two Z's, 11.
Perfect.
And I will be active on there as well to show Canada my gratitude for their support.
All right, final question. Is there anything that you learned about yourself coming out of this Big Brother experience that you didn't know before you started playing the game?
Um, Honestly, I was quite impressed about my mental fortitude. Um, Excuse me, Big Brother is a game where there's a lot of people, but oftentimes you do feel alone, and you really have to fight for that. You have to really trust in yourself and trust in your core and your integrity to keep you around and to really push you towards the next day and keep fighting no matter what. I pride myself on the ability to keep fighting even throughout that game, and even towards the last moments of my game where I didn't give up. I was still campaigning 5 minutes before the eviction. I was pulling people into the pool room and just getting a word in and saying my goodbyes if that was a situation. So I was happy with the way I played the game. I think a lot of people are happy with the way I played the game. And I look forward to the opportunities and experience that come my way because of that.
Well, we can't wait to see you out here in the real world. And thanks for taking some time to talk to us today, Rob.
It was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. Well, that about wraps up our show with Roberto. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you need a way to watch the Big Brother shows or the dailies, we're doing that in our Discord, yourrealityrecaps.com/Discord. We watch the dailies every night around 11 p.m. We watch the episodes together during the East Coast airing. So make sure that you check that out. It is such a fun community to be a part of. And of course, also make sure that you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you watch these shows. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Hitting the thumbs up, the bell, and the subscribe button on YouTube is a great way to help support our shows, as is sharing them, you telling a friend, a family member, putting it in a Facebook group. It's the best way to spread the word, so we really appreciate all of you that do that. Of course, as you know, these questions come from all of you, so make sure that you tweet us using hashtag #WhyAreOurLive after Thursday night's episode. Leave them for us on Instagram, anywhere really, because we want to ask your questions. And you can tweet us anytime about anything. I am always live from 4 p.m. Eastern until about 11 p.m. Eastern over on YouNow with some Eric live feeds. We talk everything. We make dinners. We talk Big Brother. It is just a fun time. And then, of course, you know, we do Twitch at night. We watch the dailies, etc. So we are always live, filling that live feed gap that Big Brother Canada sometimes isn't. You can also visit us on our website, yourrealityrecaps.com, for the archive of all of our previous content, from Survivor to Bravo and everything in between, Drag Race. It's all over there. But you guys know that already, so I will see you all on the next show, which for me is probably happening right now by the time you see this. I'm already live again. See you guys all over there or on the next Big Brother show. Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.